Thanks for joining our webcast on transforming business insight into action. My name is Liz Garnan, and I'm the Product Marketing Manager for Business Intelligence Solutions here at Sage. I'd like to share what are some common business issues on accessing the right actionable data and how you can identify how to get to your data and choose the right business solution for you so you can start taking more action in your business. If you have any questions throughout the webcast, please text them to us through the chat window and we'll answer them at the end. First, I'd like to talk about what challenges businesses face today around data before I get into some possible solutions. Today, getting to the right information is more challenging than ever. From some of our recent studies, we see that data is growing at a rate of 56% year over year for businesses. 7 in 10 businesses spend more time than they used to waiting for, preparing, and reviewing data to ensure that they have quality and accuracy. Next, it takes 11 and a half days on average for people to get notified on events that are affecting business. So if you find that you're not getting answers fast enough, you're not alone. Next, 66% of managers have less time to make decisions than they did 2 years ago. So it's taking longer to get the information, but people are feeling the pressure to act and move faster than ever before. And in one survey, we found that 65% of small to medium-sized businesses rate their top challenge is integrating into one single view for their business performance. They're just not getting the information that they need. So what this all means is that everywhere we look across the world of business, we are growing data, having a shorter time to make a decision, but having a delay in getting the information. So a lot of companies are having difficulty getting to action immediately, and a lot of this is because there is not distilled, clear, single-view information to help them make informed decisions. Does this sound familiar, a kind of familiar challenge for your company? To make good decisions, you first have to make sense of your numbers. When we see a lot of data or numbers, whether it's in a spreadsheet or a list of accounts, we can be too close to understand what is really going on, what trends exist, what impact the changes we implement in our business will have. If you could just take all those numbers and put it into context, you'd make informed, timely, wise business decisions. So making good use of your numbers is what business intelligence really means. There are a lot of business intelligence solutions, but I suggest you need as a foundation a strong tie into the transactional information you keep within your financial accounting systems. Why? Because almost all of your decisions tie back to what happens in your transactions. Let me give you a few examples. You handle inventory and you see an increase in sales of a product SKU over the past few months. Immediately you wonder what happened. If you could figure it out, you'd know how much stock to order. Was it a new star sales rep, a promotion, a marketing campaign driving sales? Was it everywhere or just a certain location? You'd want to dig deeper to find out so you would know how to respond. You know there was a promotion on a product and you have the count of transactions over a few months. Now what? What if you want to plan a lot of promotions next? How do you know what effect it could have on a transactional volume and headcount? Next, you've noticed an increase in freight costs. Where is this coming from? Is it a new freight forwarding company, a different broker? Has someone increased their sales arbitrarily? You want to know what action you should take, such as finding a new supplier, getting a contract, consolidating orders, etc. Last, you have a report that says your output increased. You remember someone adjusting the shift schedule, hoping for a better performance. So you'd like to confirm that that's what made a difference. There are countless examples like this, and for each person within your company. Often we need to tie data and with other data in order to find out what's causing the change so you can take action. So I'm sure you do some of this analysis, but often you don't because you don't have enough visibility into the company's performance. How do I know this? Well, we know that the use of effective data can have an incredible positive impact on any business. In fact, companies with more effective data use have a 35% year-to-year revenue gain. This is from research from IDG in 2014. They looked at 300 small to medium-sized businesses to understand the business implications of using data, and they defined effective data here as meaning use of data that has good accessibility, usability, quality, and intelligence. We think the strongest approach for getting to effective data is through a business intelligence tool. Let me explain why. With business intelligence, it takes your data from internal systems and possibly from external sources, assembles the data, runs queries against the data, and then creates reports, dashboards, or graphics. When you get a consolidated one version of truth type of view, it means that anyone across any department can make better business decisions. So the screen that you're looking at here is one of our products, Sage Enterprise Intelligence. It can look visually appealing, but a business intelligence software, when it's done right, is so much more than just a pretty screen. The idea is to present the information you need to get the actions you need to make. So I suggest that accessing your financial information becomes a top priority to give you a realistic and holistic view into your business performance, using your transactional data as a foundation. But not everyone needs to have the same information. Actually, we all want less information to do our job. Everyone in a business has their own specific business intelligence needs. We each want to see something different, whether it's sales and marketing, customer service, admin, production, finance, warehouse, and others. We all want to see something different. Each team may want more customized reports like they already have, but they may not know exactly what to ask for. They may not know all about the different ways that they can be provided the information that they need to see. For example, they can get dashboards, view-at-a-glance dashboards like the one that I just showed you. People also like to see drill-down inquiries to get into more details. Many operational people just want task-related exact data that they need for daily action. Graphics is always a great way to have data presented to get the clarity you need for performance. Some want real-time reports, especially financials, reports that are tailored to a unique business environment. Seeing trends using things for charts could be great, for example. And lastly, using the same data to see different views can be needed. For example, someone could view the same sales results in different ways, slicing and dicing the data to know how to drive product, manage sales reps, or target customers better. But the bottom line is, it's about having the flexibility for anyone across the company to know what is going on and in different forms. A good tool gives you the flexibility to define what visibility means for your business. Let me give you two examples through some Sage customer stories. Take one company, Corp. They were challenged with data accessibility. Corp manufactures products for construction and mining around the world. They constantly struggled to make their different reporting tools work together. They were constantly struggling with different reporting tools, outdated systems, time-consuming reports, and they were having difficulty in changing the reports. They chose Sage Intelligence, and after it was implemented, they had financial statement reports that would run with a single button push. They would be able to filter and drill down, and it saved them a lot of time to find the data that they needed. They were able to make modifications and new reports easily, and they told us that the financial statement reports that they produced literally now require just a single button push. Now they can filter the reports by department or product line. They can drill down, and also modifications are easily done so that the team can quickly and easily create, customize, and share financial and operational reports, making the information a lot more accessible. Here's a financial dashboard that their consultant created for them. The graphic presentation shows key business measures, and it helps Corp focus on the areas of their business that need the most attention. And they can also drill into the details that they need. So Sage Intelligence allows you to see the data from your entire business in one report. Also, you can get other reports that can be automatically distributed, or you can view them so that anyone who needs them in the required format, they can see that. So here's another story. Gagnon Brothers Limited produces high-quality chocolate and confectionaries in Canada. What was missing for them was a more efficient way to produce the company's complex financial statements. For example, it would take 90 minutes just to update their spreadsheets with their data. Gagnon started using Sage Enterprise Intelligence. It's a data analysis and reporting solution, and it can provide a personalized experience for every user with a secure web or mobile access or through a familiar Excel interface. Once Gagnon implemented this solution, they replaced 4 reporting programs with this easy-to-use tool. Making this change also reduced their need for IT resources. Now they have financials, sales, inventory, purchasing, and manufacturing information all in real time. And they strategically use the reports to boost efficiency and minimize waste. Now I'm going to use a 2-minute demo example using one of our products, Sage Intelligence Reporting, and show you what it's like to run a report of your choice with information that's current, accurate, and uses the parameters you select. So you are looking at the Sage Intelligence Report Manager window. It is the place you go to get your reports. Getting your report is really done simply in 3 steps. First, select the report you would like to view. The dashboard analysis here specifically, then run your report. Then here you enter your report parameters, and once you've done that, it pulls the data needed for this report directly from your accounting ERP package. Here I have the camera zoomed into the parameters window. It's showing you some of the options you can have. I'm selecting certain time frames for the report I want you to analyze here. Each of the parameters are given by selecting your options from multiple choices. And once it's complete, Sage Intelligence starts to query the server to go get the information that it needs to run this report. You're watching this in real time. So in just a few clicks, you can populate the report as you want to see in this example. You can be confident you're getting the most accurate, current numbers here because it's coming in directly from the server. So you also have a familiar spreadsheet view that it brings it into, and now you see the dashboard, and then you go at the bottom tab, and you click to it, and now you're looking at the dashboard. It uses that familiar view, and it rolls up your data in a way that you want to see it. Also from here, if you want to see more details, you can easily drill down into your report. So any report like this that you're seeing can be further customized using your existing Excel skills, and you can save your changes for further use. You can also share your report with others right here or schedule it in the format of their choice. So we have 2 Sage solutions that work with our Sage Accounting Business Management or ERP solutions to help you get faster to your business actions. We have Sage Intelligence or Sage Enterprise Intelligence. It gives you control over your reporting so that you can see your integrated data in a controlled and secure environment, getting to it immediately. You can make better business decisions through better analysis of your data. And you can also get time back by automating your redundant processes. No more spreadsheet chaos. Also, your reports can be scheduled for any time to be automatically distributed to your teams, or your users can go in and just review dashboards or reports that they want to see when they want to see it. So how do you know which Sage solution is the best for you? Through business partners and our specialists, Sage can help you identify what you need and if we have the solution for you. Here are the types of questions we can ask you to uncover your challenges and your requirements. So where are you delayed in getting the reports you need? What are the business decisions that are hindering you? Who needs better information? What information would help you respond to customers better? What performance metrics do you need to track? These are all examples of the types of things that you could involve and find out what your choices are. But may I suggest that you may not know exactly what you're missing, and sometimes it's hard to know what to ask for. So here are some more specific requirements you may have. You may say, I want to build financial statements, and I want easier Excel manipulation. I want to customize my reports without having to understand the back end. I need better executive summary reports. I may need to be able to easily distribute reports to others. I have employees who are mobile and need the information on the road. I want to build reports to use a web interface, or I don't have many IT resources and I need the software to do it for me. These are all examples of where a business intelligence solution can help you, but we can also show you what the things are that you could think about for uncovering your challenges and requirements. So, in conclusion, if you'd like to learn more, we'd love to chat with you and discuss your specific business challenges to see if any of our solutions are a good fit for you. And thank you for your time. Again, please do reach out to us via email or by phone if you'd like to find out more. Now I'd like to open it up to any of the questions that we have received.
Okay. So I'd like to now move into any questions that have come in during this webcast. And if, as we're talking, if you have any additional questions, just go into your chat Q&A window and add those in, and we'll be looking as we continue our Q&A sessions. So they're not all finalized, so feel free as we're talking to make those available to us. So I also have online with me Michael Nardini, who is our sales product specialist, and he is a great resource for making sure that you get the right solution that you want. So Michael, welcome to this webcast.
Thank you, Liz, and thank you everybody else for attending today.
So Michael, I am going to ask you first to answer some of these questions, and I may chime in with some answers, but I want to start off with the first question that came in, which is, I don't have much resources at our office to set up a BI tool. What can I really expect for implementation?
Good question, Liz. You know, a lot of people are used to, a more complex, long, drawn-out implementation. The good thing about Sage Intelligence is that it is rather simple, especially if you're on a more recent version of our business management solutions where it's embedded into the software. So it really is just a matter of unlocking the functionality that you've purchased, using some unlocking keys and registering the product again. So it's very simple. In terms of Sage Enterprise Intelligence, it's a little bit more of a complex implementation, but most of our customers are up and running within 2 or 3 days in terms of an engagement for installation or implementation, as well as training. So all in all, it's a pretty short implementation cycle, and you can be up and running within a week regardless, and using the tool immediately.
Yeah, and if I could just add in that if you're looking at using the off-the-shelf template reports that we have, it makes it a lot easier for just getting up and running and getting some success right away. It really depends your implementation on how much customization that you want. And it also depends on, for example, if you've got somebody who already knows Excel really well, how they can probably get up and running very quickly, especially with Sage Intelligence. It's one of these matters of what you put into it in terms of how you use the software is how much more you get out of the product. So it's, I think that it can be a quick implementation. It really depends on your particular needs, and we can work with you on giving you an estimate on what that would look like. Okay, so another one is, what kinds of pre-made reports are available from Sage for your products? So maybe this is very similar to the idea of how quickly you can get it implemented. So Michael, you want to try that one?
Sure, yeah. That's a great question. People, the amount of time it might take for them to create all the reports from scratch, or mimic the reports they had today in the new solution, whether it be Enterprise Intelligence or Sage Intelligence. And the good thing that is both solutions come with a set of that you can utilize out of the box that require very little configuration to get up and running. So you're not starting completely from scratch. And we've got migration paths for people that have been using other reporting tools prior to implementing either of these, where we can convert your reports, or you can convert your reports, but processes are all documented and it's very simple to do. Obviously, depending upon your level of knowledge with Excel, things may take you, if you're quite competent with Excel, you could certainly create reports very quickly with Sage Intelligence. And even if you're not, there's other ways to create reports through a graphical user interface where you don't really need to be savvy at all. And with Enterprise Intelligence, it's literally mostly a drag-and-drop style report creation, so it's very simple to add fields, remove fields, reorder fields, put in custom calculations, and so on.
Okay, great.
And those reports that do come out of the box range everywhere from financial type reports to operational reports, inventory-related reports, so several different types of reports for a broad range of and analytics.
Okay, great. I have a similar question that has come in, and I think I'm going to ask this again just to make sure that we've really broadened the answer for this, because I know that it's a real concern. Does a user have to rely on IT to set up customized reports, or are the report writing systems user intuitive as long as the user has immediate Excel skills? And I think that this person is probably thinking about the Sage Intelligence product, although Sage Enterprise Intelligence also has an add-on Excel capability. So how would you answer that one?
It is very simple. I mean, all of the creating or setting up or customizing reports can be done in several ways with Sage Intelligence, as well as Enterprise Intelligence is mostly drag and drop. With Sage Intelligence, you can either use a drag and drop style interface, it's called a layout generator, or you can do all your report design and creation from an Excel perspective. So even if you're a novice in terms of Excel experience, you still can create your reports quickly or modify any existing reports to your like and feel. With Enterprise Intelligence, like I've mentioned, it is really a drag and drop style creation. You don't need to rely on IT. You don't need to submit ad hoc IT requests. This gives you the ability to create these reports yourself on the fly with no coding or programming knowledge required. If you are trying to create something more complex, we do have the ability to get into the back end and create and utilize SQL statements and joins and inner joins and outer joins and things like that. But certainly, it's not something that's required by any means.
And I would say, again, that this is like taking a piece of software and you can take it to the next level. You can really get into some advanced capabilities, but at the same time, what we try to do is give you some success right when you're first starting it. And those templates will help you using just the basic reporting may be the way to start off, and then it might give you an idea as to where else you want to take it, whether it's taking it into other departments or teams and creating exactly the reports that they want to have. I have another one that's come in. How easy is it to add data sources other than the Sage ERP or accounting systems?
Another great question. It is very easy. We have what's called our connector module with Sage Intelligence as just some native functionality built into Enterprise Intelligence where you can add a data source. Pretty much anything for Sage Intelligence that's ODBC compliant can be added, connected to. Even something that's like an Excel file could act as a database with Sage Intelligence. With Enterprise Intelligence, Oracle, DB2, SQL, all of those types of databases we can connect to. Once you create that connection to the database, it's there. It's not something you have to do continuously, and it'll give you that ability to pull in that information on the fly without having to import, export from several systems and copy and paste into any kind of a spreadsheet and then put in manual calculations and manual data entry. It makes things much smoother and easier, giving you that active connection to the database.
Okay, here's another question: is for the person who is not setting up the reports, how easy is this? Do they have to get training as well, or is this something that they can do without any training?
Yeah, if you're an end user that's not going to be actually creating reports, simply just viewing reports or maybe analyzing the data that you're getting from the systems, you could go through training, but I think it's very intuitive and very easy to read. All the reports can be distributed automatically and scheduled to be distributed as well based on a set of rules if you'd like. But not only that, the viewing of the reports can be done in PDFs or Excel files. It doesn't have to be viewed in Excel. It can be a PDF, or you can embed an HTML link on an intranet website if you want to post reports that way for a group of people. So they're very easy to use. Drill down and drill around is simply point and click style, so there's nothing really to learn there that if you haven't used a computer recently you wouldn't be able to do. So I think they're very user-friendly and nothing that would require any great deal of training rather than just more of a getting around and playing with it for a bit.
Okay, maybe I could ask a question along the same line. If you could just tell everyone what are their options for people to be able to view the data. Is it just reports? What does reports mean? How do they actually see the data?
The data would be seen either, depending on the solution, if it's Sage Intelligence, you can either have a viewer license, which gives you the ability to run the reports and view them and drill down and drill around in the data, either on your screen or in the Excel format or in a PDF format. The same can go for Sage Enterprise Intelligence, where if you have a login for the web-based tool, you can view the reports there as a viewer, depending on your user permissions. Or you could have the report distributed to you as well in a variety of different formats. But all of these reports are very user-friendly, very easy to use, view, and navigate through.
Okay. So we have one last question here, which is how much should I expect a business intelligence solution from Sage to cost me? And maybe you could answer it from both the Sage Intelligence or Sage Enterprise Intelligence perspective. And while we're at it, if you could add in which products are we talking about? Which ERP products are these available on?
All right, so Enterprise Intelligence today is available for our Sage 300, 500, and X3 customers, where Sage Intelligence is available from our Sage 50, 100, 300, 500, and X3. In terms of cost, with Sage Enterprise Intelligence, that would be something that would be starting in the neighborhood of $4,000 to $5,000. It's a much broader BI tool. And Sage Intelligence would be something that could start either with a subscription-based offering or software as a service for as little as $99 a month, and scales upward from there. Depending upon the number of users, the functionality you're looking for, and so forth.
Okay, and if I could just add to that, you can see that there's a real wide range of costs associated with this, and it really gets down to what does your business need. If you have a very few number of users who are very Excel oriented in terms of feeling comfortable working within an Excel environment, you could find that Sage Intelligence could be exactly what you need, and you can always distribute reports to other people who are not doing the interaction with the data. And the other one is that for Sage Enterprise Intelligence, that's where you can get right across different departments, different teams, and it's browser-based. So it brings it up to a whole different level in terms of getting the information in an interactive and easy way out to every user. So it really depends on what your customer, what you as our customer needs. And I would say that help us to figure that out for you, and we would be very willing to talk with you and take it to the next step so that you understand specifically for your business what the assessment for these tools would look like for you. So with that, I don't see any more questions, Michael. So I think that wraps up this webcast. And again, if anyone wants to follow up with us, we would be happy to hear from you, and we'll take it from there. So thank you for your time, and we hope to hear from you soon.